You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had two necks. I got homies that can sleep without two. I got homies that can sleep without. Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Gon' pop it for me cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha macha with it, rockin' black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, lil' bro. Let me feel myself a little bit. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit.
There are a few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect clear afternoon. Heck, you can see all the way to Mount Rainier in the distance here at CenturyLink Field in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Which of these 0-3 teams will visit the win column for the first time? We'll see. We're underway here in Week 4. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. For Raheem Mostert. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Play fake there to Coleman. Now Garoppolo. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on his first drive. Instead, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. And right back to Kittle. This time he's got it. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Number 19, Deebo Samuel.
Deebo Samuel, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive.
Makes the
Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Robbie Gould.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
31-yard line.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Check 59, Mike. Mike is 59. Mike is 59. 3 buck. Check 37. Quick the edge. Come.
Now it's Carson. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Well, these two rivals played 2 of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the number 1 seed. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson, and nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Coming to you. Go, guys. 4 down. Go. Watch the screen.
Throwing again. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson. And now another one thrown incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10.
at their own.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Mostert. They find some open field here. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Now Mostert. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
The ball carrier.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. He'll drop this down to Coleman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
It's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Number 26.
DJ Reed, who played in college at Kansas State, made the tackle.
At the 11-yard
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Niners 14. Seahawks nothing.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Check, 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 check. Well left, well left.
They run it with Carson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 3 on the play, and it's going to yield a new set of downs. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Wilson into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
They'll take over.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
1st down, San Francisco.
Here we go. 180. Let's go,
On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
San Francisco.
Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Niners 21, Seahawks nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Wilson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line.
At the 41-yard line.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
A play fake for Mostert. Now Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
First down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
And there was absolutely zero pressure on the quarterback on that play. 3rd down, and he has all the time in the world to eventually find an open receiver for a first down pickup.
They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He was brought down by...
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, "I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along."
This offense continues to be a hot knife through butter. 3 drives, 3 scores, and knocking on the door again on drive number 4. Here's Garoppolo tossing quickly out wide. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
Hey, come on.
This is Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Seahawks, nothing. Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone. For a touchback
at their own 25-yard line.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
57, Mike, 57.
Here's Carson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Mike, 14, got it. Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get it.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get maybe a couple before he's taken down, as that will take us to the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the shotgun, Wilson, and able to find Dorsett. 11 yards there and a 1st down for Seattle.
When I played in the yard as a kid, I used to imitate the spectacular catches that I would see on TV. I don't think I ever imitated one quite that well.
Come on, give yourself some credit.
No, I know better. What we just saw there, that was pretty special.
And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Calling a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
He's tackled at the 40.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And he's taken down inside the 30. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Look. It's our field. It's our field. Hey, it's our house. Mike's 57's Mike. Hey, come on out here. Come get some. Alert. Come out here. Come get some. He don't want it.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 18. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Sometimes I need a check, not
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
Here we go.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. There to stop him on the defensive side, Fred Warner.
2nd and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Mike the 59. Who that? Mike's 59. There. 59. One left. Let's go one more. 59's Mike. Check right.
Now it's Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Alert. 4 down. You ain't got nothing. 57. Mike, 57.
Operating from the gun. Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
57's the Mike. Watch 57. Danny. Show it in. Friday.
Here we go on 4th with Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Gould able to tack on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's third down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Throwing again here, Wilson. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Javon Kinlaw gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the gun, Wilson. They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Tyler Lockett.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
On third down, Carson, and he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first.
That's good.
A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but third and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there. Philip Dorsett, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Now a toss play. It's Carson. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Brings up third down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Carson. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
Gain of 5.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 34. He'll look to Mostert to start things out. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
The ball carrier.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Garoppolo. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Complete.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
9 yards.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Catch is made by Hurd.
Garoppolo's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 50-yard line.
Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
21. Here we go. 21.
From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 42. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Nothing.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 10 and a 49er first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
He's taken
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
15. First down, 49ers.
Here we go.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Watch out.
Here's Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
57's the mic. Watch 57.
Garoppolo out wide here to Samuel. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco.
To number 19,
Deebo Samuel with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And this offense continues to pour it on. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Niners 42, Seahawks nothing. Robbie Gould.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gain of 13. It's a first down. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's a 3rd down conversion of 24 yards there. Nice play.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Now here's a handoff out of the gun. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
All day, every day, any day. 59 mark.
They run again with Carson. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike, check. 59. Front left. Check 59.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, it's Carson, and he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Here we go. It's Wilson on 4th down. And it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you, because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On second down now, it's Coleman. 11 yards there, first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there. On the ground.
Then when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Will Dissly, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Mike, check, 59. It's coming this way.
Throwing again, Wilson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
We're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Hang out.
I'm going to run you over.
Easy.
Wilson after the play fake to Carson. He's going to let it fly. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. Then a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. That's always puzzled me a little bit.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Well, Garoppolo's going to throw it. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get that little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Taking a shot. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
1st down, San Francisco.
65. Go ahead.
Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Able to get this to Gordon. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10.
You gotta get the ball, D. Hey, 0. Mike 5'9", Mike 5'9". I got one.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 29. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
By the 49ers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. The safety Jamal Adams able to break that one up. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looking to throw. He'll drop this down to Coleman. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, up a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory. So for the 49ers, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they'll sink now to 0-4. On EA Sports.